We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. Cause Kristin knows blank.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Kristin Knows Blank podcast. Oh, I'm so excited about today's episode. You know what? Mainly because as a comedian, I get to hang out with comedians all the time in green rooms, and I get to hear what comics do when they're not being comedians. And that's what this podcast is about. It's about what do stand-up comedians do when they're not on stage? Because we all of us have just a myriad of strange obsessions, hobbies, and guilty pleasures. And I invite a comedian on every week to talk to me about one or two of theirs. This week I have the fantastic Justin Rupple, and he likes donuts. He likes golf. You know what? I'm going to let him tell his story. But first off, thank you for listening or watching, however you got here. And I wanted to say hello to a few people that have been commenting. You guys, I've been asking you for over 50 episodes to comment, and you have. And so today I'm going to actually read some of them and just say thank you for last week's episode. Thank you for listening to Leedy Corbin talk to me. She's wonderful as always. We talked about Wicked. We talked about her life on the road. Hannah Lester said, as Leedy requested, she said, I appreciate Kristin. She gave me the shout out that Leedy asked for. So thank you so much. And thank you for loving the Radlibs. I love them as well. Roller Dragon loves Leedy. And then I got a begrudging you too, Kristin, which I appreciate. That's fair. Liz Rudolph Michael says, I'm with Leedy. What's the downside to naked theater? Yes, more naked theater. So the guy, and of course, Greg Burns Jackson says, great show as always. We could agree to disagree on that. And then says, hashtag boob de coup, which of course was from the Leedy show. And I think we were all saying boob de coup that day. So thank you guys for watching, for listening. Thank you for commenting. Keep commenting, and I will continue to read your comments because now that I've found them on YouTube, they just make my day. Also, like, follow, and subscribe to the podcast. There's going to be a button somewhere that says like, follow, or subscribe. If you haven't done it already, just push the button, see what happens. You could get a donut. If not, it's not my fault. I'm Kristin Key. I'm the host of this crazy mess. Go to my website. It's kristinkey.com, KristinkEY.com, and follow me on all my social media. I put up a lot of fun videos, and I'm on Cameo. If you want to give the unique gift of me, I write a song for everyone that gets a cameo. So if you do want to give a very unique gift, I will personalize a fun song for your loved one or someone you hate. I don't care. And join my Patreon. It supports this and all my shows. And also you get exposed to bonus things. I had a video for me on a hike in Alaska last week where it was no one got to see it but Patreon. So if you want to be a part of that crazy group, join the Patreon. I think that's all of our housekeeping. Guys, I'm so glad that you came back. Keep coming back, and I'll keep doing the show. Because I just love it. And so without further ado, my guest today, he's a hilarious comedian, impressionist. He's an actor. He's been a sketch player. Hey, computer lady. Play that interview with Justin Rupple.
Playing interview with Justin Rupple.
Justin, thanks for coming back on the show.
I've been waiting.
Oh, okay. I should have contacted you sooner then.
No. I didn't have enough new stuff to talk about. So,
Oh, and now you do. That's great. You
Yeah.
have had new stuff. There's
Lots
so
of
much
new
I want to
stuff.
ask you, but I don't know how much is off limits or not. But since I last talked to you, you came out as polyamorous.
Yes.
That's exciting.
It's very exciting. My family and I are celebrating 4 years together.
Aw, mazel
we-
tov.
Thank you. We've been living together now since September of 2020, and very happy. Katie, Claire, and we've got a dog and a couple cats named after Frasier TV show characters. So, we're living the dream.
What are
The
their
real
names?
American dream.
Is it-
Roz and Daphne.
Yes. Let me ask you a question about coming out. Like, did you get a lot of support, or did you face the awfulness of the internet? Which did you?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody that we came out to, that we knew personally, that we were, friends with, who had some relationship with us, was good. 97%. There was only a few people who were like, "Yeah, we're not down with that. So deuces." And I was like, honestly, it was a few of the people I was really happy that they left anyway.
That's fair.
Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad you at least told me that, so I didn't have to go another couple of years before you leveled this on me.
Right.
But and the internet, the internet really is a place where you can find your own community, isn't it? You know, you can find all of the love and support you could possibly ever imagine, or you can find criticism. And it's your choice now in this modern time to be like, all right, are you going to choose to look at all the support, or are you going to choose to look at all the negativity? Because there was, I got on TV a whole bunch, and I got in the magazines and everything. So there was a lot of articles. So I could have chosen to been like, well, it was all negative, because there's a lot of negative, but the vast majority was so positive that, I'm not gonna focus on that stuff.
Right.
So
It's hard at first, I guess, because I'll post stuff online, and when you get 1,000 responses, and like 3 of them are awful, and the rest are positive. It's those 3 that I have to shake off. I have to go for a walk or something. It for some reason they stick a little bit harder than the positives.
let me ask you a question, because I find this to be the case oftentimes with comedians, because a lot of comedians are my friends group seems to have a lot of comedians in it.
Mine too.
Yeah, I know. Do you find that this is something that happens a lot with your comedian friends? I find that to be the case with mine, and maybe it's an actor entertainer type stigma that comes with it, which is you could have 100 people shake your hand going out of a comedy club and go, wow, my face hurts, my side hurts.
Yeah.
But the 5 people who walked out and just went like this, that's the ones you remember.
Haunt my dreams. Yeah.
And it's not right. Haunt your dreams, right?
Yeah.
This face in the front.
Yeah.
But why is it about, what is it about us that makes us go, those are the ones we remember instead of the 100 other?
The 100 others aren't telling the truth. That's how I always take it. The other 100 are lying. They're just being polite. They're trying to make me feel better. Like, because in my head, I'm the worst. And so when someone goes by and says you're the worst, I'm like, I knew it. Everybody has been lying. That validates the fear that I have inside me that I'm terrible, and everybody's just been lying to me.
Well, here's the double edge to what you just said. Yes, and part of us believes that the reason we're funny is because we believe that we're not good enough, and so that kind of constant need to tap back. If we believed the 100, then maybe the funny'd go away. Maybe the edge of the reason why I come back so quickly with comments, maybe that goes away. Like that's the scary part for me, is I'm like, yeah, if I don't look at detractors and everybody's encouraging, then I'm like, well, I guess I'm good enough.
Right. Will I ever write more stuff? It's the mean people that make me want to write. Well, I'm gonna write better stuff. I'm gonna write more stuff. Yeah. God,
that's such a weird realization that haters are just as important. Maybe not as much of them, but just as,
I don't know. I guess it brings balance to the force.
Yes. Well, everything
Maybe.
has a balance. I mean, like there was my favorite Richard Jenny bit where he's at the end of his act, he was doing it in a casino, and he said, just remember when you go out to the casino night, remember that episode of Twilight Zone where that guy dies of a heart attack in the casino, and then he wakes up and he puts $1 in the slot machine, he wins. He goes over to the roulette machine, he hits 32 or hits 31, and then he hits blackjack, and he's like he goes up to the pit boss and he said, I always thought this was heaven, but I don't know if it feels like heaven if I'm always winning. And the pit boss looks at him and takes his glasses off and says, where do you think you are? And he's like, and Jenny goes, I'm not saying that for any reason except that the casino pays me an extra $200 if I say it at the end of my act. But that haunts me. The losing, the I need it. I need it to justify the wins. Yeah. The wins don't feel great if there's no losses,
Wow. I don't know why I'm going to segue that into golf, but it seems like the perfect segue into golf.
It is a perfect segue. That is such a perfect segue.
I feel like, is this another, and I know lots of people from all kinds of different walks of life play this horribly frustrating game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But it seems like for us, for people that, we like to get slapped around. We love to have bad days. Like I like to surf too. And it's like, you can go out on a golf course 3 days in a row with their clubs are exactly the same. And then have 3 completely different games. And I feel like that's playing a Thursday through Saturday at a comedy club. You can go to the same comedy club with my same act 3 times. And one time's great. The next time I eat shit. And the third time is like, what the hell's going to happen?
You couldn't nail it more on the head. Golf is the closest I've ever felt to performance because it's you practice it, you practice it, you practice it. It's simple. It's second nature. It is not a hard thing. It is it's a stagnant ball. Everybody has to shut the hell up while you focus on it. You're out in peace and quiet, and the only thing there is your brain. And when you take that backswing, it's going, you sure you're good enough? This feels right, but is right really good? Remember what you did last time? Remember? And that constant fight, and it does it, if you're good, it does it under 100 times a day. And if you're bad, it's over 100 times a day. And it feels the closest I can get to that heart racing moment of, ooh, here's an audience that's doing really well. Look at this. It's a wide open fairway. Here's a little ball. Here's all the clubs in the world. Can you hit it?
Yeah.
Huh? Can you hit it? And this is what's crazy about me. I go at 5 a.m. so that I don't feel like I'm wasting a whole day at golf. I the first tee time out, I get the first tee time 5:20, so that like 9:30, I'm done. I'm done with my competitive edge for the day. I got it out of my system, so the rest of my day can just be fun creativity. Because the competitive part of my brain's like, I gotta be better. I gotta get one up. Well, I can't do that every day with comedy because we get open mics and it's,
Sure.
like, or you don't get it this week. And so you don't feed that beast in your brain that's like, get up there, come on, be better than yesterday. One more, one better. You don't get that every week. And I've figured out that my brain needs that. Otherwise it eats itself. Like it'll go into my own material or my own stuff and go, why aren't you doing that? What do you do? What you do? Why'd you do that? And if I've got the game to focus on, as silly as it is on a public course, then it's not doing it to my own act. Or why aren't you further? Why aren't you better? Why aren't you And I can do that about a golf game because it's stupid. Why didn't you chip that? Yeah.
It's a healthy place to put that obsession. It's fun,
Right.
it's like with brains, like I guess entertainer brains, whatever. It's finding healthy places to get. Like I find that like audiences are a good place to get my validation. That way I don't have to get it in inappropriate places, like I
Yes.
used to, which would be like that's
Yes.
why hecklers heckle. They're trying to get validation in the wrong place.
Boy, you couldn't hit that more right on the head.
I don't know. Oh, go ahead.
No, please. Go
No, I
ahead.
was going to ask you a separate question that's kind of off topic, so please.
Fire away. No, go fire away. I don't
My
even remember
question
what I
was going to be when you say you get the 5:30 in the morning tea times, and it's back to your household, because my wife and we wake up an hour and a half different because I like to try to beat her awake so that I can have a little bit of day. When there's 3 people in your households, is that 3 different times, or do some of you get on the same schedule? How does that work?
That's a good question. It's 3 different schedules. My wife works from home. And so she works in the office. That's the bedroom. And Claire and I usually take a little bit longer to get up if we don't have something to get up for. So we'll go into the living room and kind of like either I'll begrudgingly wake up while Claire sleeps with the puppy on the couch for a little while longer. But then I'll play golf twice a week, maybe. And again, please keep in mind, folks, this is not I don't have a membership anywhere. This is a public course. So it's like $15, $20 to play. Like it's different than like, out at Los Angeles.
We're members of the club. Are you a member?
My buddy who plays with me doesn't have sleeves on. Okay. We are not, we're not golfers. But yeah, I shimmy out of the middle of the bed, because the girls get the outside, because I have no choice. And
What if you need a sip of water in the middle of the night? What if you have to pee? This is why I get the outside.
Do you want to see what that looks like? It looks like it's just I sit straight up like this. I do like this V.
It's a boat pose.
Yeah, and then I kind of like edge towards the front, and then I put like a foot out. Get past the fan, because there's a fan right at the edge of the bed that blows up my feet, because I've got hot little bed warmers on either side. So I blow like cold air right up the middle.
Wow, that was exciting. Yes. you bounce your way down the middle of the bed while 2 women just...
Here's the deal too, is they couldn't be happier to have me out of the house in the morning. because when I wake up, I don't dream or I have the same dream over and over. So when I wake up, I've got to talk. I've got to talk. I just like, what about this? What about this? What about this? We're going to do this today, this and this. And they just shut the fuck. Just please shut up. And if I go golfing, then I've gotten most of that out. Yeah. By the time I get back home, I'm like, they're like, oh, good.
This is why I get up an hour and a half early. She doesn't like talking, and she'll just say it. She's like, I just don't like talking in the morning. And I used to take it personally. I'm like, but because I wake up happy and I wake up early. And I'm like, oh man, I just want to say good morning. And when everything, and I was like, oh no, I guess I'm just going to go downstairs and do yoga because she does not want to hear from me. And if you smile, sometimes she's like she'll growl.
Oh, so, yeah. Oh my God, Kristin, this is so spot on because they're not happy in the mornings. And I am, meanwhile, I came from Seattle, so it's sunshine every day. I wake up, and for the most part, as long as I can get up, get out of the bed, because I will sleep. I'm good. I'm a good sleeper. But if I see the sun, boom, I'm up. We're going. I'm up. And then I want to talk. I want to talk at a million miles an hour. And right before I even get my coffee, just like the newness of the day is, it wears on me as it gets to the end of the day. If I got to do my stand-up at 7 a.m., I'd be fire.
I'd be fine. I would be fine. I would be the early bird comic. We could start this.
Could we do like live sets from the United States at 7 a.m. for like the Londoners who are going to bed at that time, right?
That's a great idea. We'll just get on. Yeah. I'll have a cup of tea. It's my first. It's their last or whatever.
Exactly. Great. We're having tea. They're having whatever they have at night. I don't know. It's so uncultured. I'm like, whatever Londoners have at night.
What are they drinking?
I don't know.
Yoo-hoo? I don't know.
Yoo-hoo?
It's random. Okay, so you're a golfing comedian. You're in a polyamorous relationship. This is the one that what is it with Krispy Kreme? Why Krispy Kreme? I'm a donut person. I'm a big donut person.
Mm-hmm.
But crispy, I've never had a hot Krispy Kreme right out of the greased donut.
Okay. Well, that's kind of the issue. So, full disclosure, I am a huge donut person. I came from, an area of the Northwest who considers themselves very donut efficient. We have the Voodoo Donuts up in Portland. We had Kettle. The Kettle Donuts up in Seattle. There's a lot.
I'm making notes right now because I love donuts. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Never been to Kettle, so I'll try that.
The thing is, Krispy Kreme has figured out the fluff ratio that no other donut company gets. And the very first time I had marijuana, I was 20
we can't
years
talk
old.
About marijuana on this show. We're a Jesus-y show. No, go ahead.
Sorry. Marijuana. It was only the third time I'd ever had Krispy Kreme. I'd had it when I was a kid in the South, in South Carolina. And I remember having it when I was a kid. I'm like, this can't be real. And so, because you have those memories of like 9 years old, it's like, this is too good.
Right.
Your brain's like, this must be blown out of proportion. So the very next time I had it was Issaquah, my hometown, opened up the first West Coast Krispy Kremes in like 2002. And there was a line around the block. So my friends and we all got a little toasted and waited in this line. And we got 24 donuts. And
for how many people?
There was four of us. That's appropriate.
Good ratio.
Appropriate.
Yes.
It's good. Right. Exactly. We pulled. So you know how in like shopping malls nowadays you got like a Best Buy and like a Home Depot and then like a Krispy Kreme on the other side.
Sure.
We didn't get drinks, so we drive to the Home Depot on the other side of the parking lot, and my buddy's like, "I'm gonna get us all drinks. Just wait here." And so he's going and putting in money into like the Dr. Pepper machine. I'm telling you that to give you the amount of time that he could have been gone. Enough to get 4 beverages, Kristin. The way my friends describe it, when he got back into the car, the dozen that had the original glaze that were fresh off the pipe, right, had been destroyed. There was nothing left but glazing all over my face. And he gets back into the car, and I just look over, and there's a whole dozen gone, and my face is just covered. And he goes, I was gone for 4 minutes. They're all gone. And I looked down and I went, no. Like, I didn't know.
You didn't even realize it.
Because they were so soft. What I was doing, all I remember of that moment is picking them up and feeling how soft they were, and then squishing them to a bite and just hop. So I was going hop, hop, 12 of them, hop, like little
it's
bites.
like donut holes at that point. Yeah, that's
but
no
they're
big.
Full donuts. Yeah, and it was just all of them.
Wow.
So to this day,
your poor friend.
Yeah,
there with 4 Dr. Peppers and
and there were no glaze left. And that's what they're known for. The other one is like a assorted dozen. And I was like, well, there's a bunch of dozen left. They're like, those are not the Krispy Kremes.
Yeah, those are dessert donuts.
And it's like you can hop back in line because it's like a 12-hour.
It's time for 5 quick questions.
Well, you know this is a show. It's a podcast in 3 parts. We chit-chat for a second. I ask you 5 quick questions, and we play a Radlib, and everybody goes home and has donuts. So here's 5 quick questions, Taylor, just for you. Question number 1. You're offered 3 times the highest rate you've ever been paid to do comedy at a nudist resort naked. Do you take the gig?
Yes.
So fast. Okay, great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Any explanation or just put down a yes?
Look, well, the only caveat I'd say is, look, no video photography, please. You know, no capture photographers, as long as they're not taking pictures, and I can see if they're holding pictures because it's a nudist colony.
Nobody has pockets.
Like, well, I mean, if you do have pockets, you got bigger problems than the camera. But look, if it's just for us, here's the thing. Be honest. We're almost naked up there anyway. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like that.
Yeah, I would do it. I would do it because I'm like, my wife and I talk about this. She's like, you would be a nudist if you. I'm like, not all the time, but I'm curious. I'm a curious person, and I'm like, if we're all naked, then we don't have that to talk about. We don't have that in the way. Anyway. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what gender you are. Penis jokes are always funny. And the first 5 minutes of it being scared and then comfortable and then the commenting on it. Come on. I mean, the penis jokes alone, you got to do it.
What we want as comics is really for everybody to be in the same boat. Like, that's when pandemic hit, a lot of us were like, it was exciting that we all have the same things going on. So it's easier to make people laugh when we're actually living the same lives. When we're all naked in the same room, we have the exact same things going on.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Boy, you nailed it. So what I'm trying to say is, where's the money?
All right. As soon as I start booking this, you're one of the 2 comics that have ever said yes to that question. Perfect. You and me. So now we have 3. Okay. Question number 2. Oh, I wrote this one just a second ago for you. Question number 2. You have to play 18 holes of golf, but you have to replace your clubs with one other piece of sporting equipment. What do you choose? And how are you going to do?
Ooh, all right. I'm going to use an aluminum baseball bat. And if I went out there with a baseball bat, I'd have more fun. I'd be talking about it. I wouldn't be so in my head. And I'd probably shoot one of the best scores ever, knowing me.
I think the takeaway is throw out your clubs, get an aluminum bat, and I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning. Question number 3. Here's where they start to get slightly strange. You wake up in a movie. And you have to say every line correctly or you will die. Which movie do you choose? Which character? And will you make it to the end of this movie?
Ooh.
You just have to say your character's lines in this movie, but you have to get them all correct or you fucking die.
Okay. I would probably... This is really tough. But the closest I would come to that would probably be Dumb and Dumber. And I would be Lloyd Christmas.
You're Lloyd and Dumb and Dumber.
Ah, that's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey? Oh, good day, mate. Why don't we throw another shrimp on the Barbie? That's the first few lines. Yeah, I might live. I'll tell you, my buddy and I, when I first moved to LA, I took a job as a call center rep, and you couldn't use your cell phones on the call floor because you're using PCI compliance. And so we had an hour and a half left and we did nothing else to do. We had no books. And he and I went, I bet we could recite every line to Dumb and Dumber, just the two of us here. And between the two of us, we went back and forth. And at the end, we're like, I think we're close. We went and downloaded the script. We missed 6 lines. Total.
Wow.
None of the lines that Harry and Lloyd said. We got those dead on. But we did not get like a couple like side character lines. So Dumb and Dumber, I definitely think I could get close. I'm going to make it.
That's a first time question on this show. I'm going to ask that question again.
Oh,
but I really
that's a
like,
good one.
I'm going to put you up against anybody to see who's going to survive my movie quote death match. All right. That's amazing. Question number 4. These are getting stranger. Question number 4. You've been kidnapped and entered into a donut eating contest. To save your life, how many donuts could you eat?
Are they Krispy Kreme?
Because it's you, I'm going to go ahead and say it's Krispy Kreme donuts. And we already know that you can eat a dozen in 4 minutes. So with your life on the line in a donut eating contest.
Here's the deal. 20 minutes. 20 minutes is how long your body knows. It doesn't know what your stomach has done. And that's why
Wait, is this bullshit or is that a fact?
No, this is not bullshit. You can look this up.
You got 20 minutes, like when the Earth has 8 minutes to like.
That's right. Till the sun explodes. Exactly.
You have 8 minutes, so you can put anything in your stomach for 20 minutes, and your stomach they're like, nothing seems out of the. And 20 minutes later, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever seen like the Joey Chestnut guy in the Nathan's Eating Contest?
Yes.
He's the one who said it, and that's why all eating competitions are 20 minutes. Because 20 minutes, then your body gets the message, you done fucked up. So I'm classically known with my group of friends. There's only 2 things I'm known for. I'm known for talking way too much and eating way too much if I like something. I've won several eating contests for time. So I once ate
time? No.
30, yeah, I ate time. I ate 38 ounce burger, fries, and a shake in 10 minutes and 13 seconds at Fuku Burger off of Cahuenga. And they closed down, but I had the record. The previous record was 17 minutes.
Did you get a t-shirt?
I did.
Oh, good.
Whew,
and what happened at 20 minutes? Did your stomach?
My friend said, as he describes it, I got to the end. At 20 minutes, I was walking back to my house and I stopped and I went, I don't think we can walk anymore. And I laid down on Sunset Boulevard on my back and just made this noise. Because your stomach right here, this part of your diaphragm inflates. So to answer your question, probably 4 or 5 dozen in 20 minutes.
Wow.
Easy, because you just ball them up into a fist and just 4 or 5 dozen in 20 minutes.
Them in almond milk because that's how donuts are the best, delicious.
Smart. That's smart. It helps in the end if you have to get them down. You need a little lubrication. But at least I know I can eat a dozen in 4. So maybe 3 more dozen in 20 minutes. Yeah.
Would it help to be higher, or is that not a thing? I don't do anything anymore. Can you get? That's a different question for a different show, I suppose. When I used to get stoned, we'd always there'd be one old stoner. We're like, hey, save the weed, you can't get stoneder, and all of us young people would be like, you can too. I could get stoneder, watch. But I don't know if if you reach the point that you're like, this is stoned. There's not a.
That's a very good question, and I don't know anymore, to be honest.
That's a good answer.
I'm 39. I don't know.
You're almost at that age where you watch people and go, hey man, quit rolling that hog leg. You can't get stoneder. All right, question number 5. You've been kidnapped again.
Again?
I'm so sorry this keeps happening to you. You've been kidnapped and entered into a karaoke contest. With your life on the line, what song do you sing?
Life on the I have to sing it perfectly?
You got to win a karaoke contest. However you do this. And I think I've seen people win that weren't that great because they committed. So this is up to you. What's your jam?
I'm probably going to sing God, this is so stupid. Oh man. You're probably gonna sing Dean Martin's "You're Nobody Till Somebody Loves You."
Yeah. You're gonna be a crooner.
I'm gonna sell it too.
You're
You
not-
may be king, you may possess the world and its gold, but gold won't bring you happiness when you're growing old. Yeah, come on now.
Ladies are
Drink
throwing
and
their panties. People, I mean, the stage. Bring the push, bro. We've got panties and bras littering the stage.
Yeah, it never happened. But that's I appreciate. I have to. I was born in the wrong time, Kristin.
Well, you're going to win this kidnapping. That's all that matters. You are going to survive that and the donut eating contest kidnapping. And with
those
that,
are the things I win.
Congratulations.
Those are the things I win.
You've survived the second part of the show. And now it's time for Radlibs. I've written a story and I've left out some parts of speech. You give me the parts of speech together, we make a hilariouser story. Are you ready to play my Radlib?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Today I need an adjective.
Swarmy.
Let's see. I need something fun that starts with a P.
Something fun that starts with a P. Ping pong.
Verb ending in ing.
Strutting.
A famous person.
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh God, that's gonna change the story. Yep. An occupation.
Golf caddy.
I need a singer.
Michael Bublé. Good housekeeping.
Emotion.
An emotion. Despair.
I like the twists and turns the story is taking already. An exclamation.
Egad.
Egad.
I'm born in the wrong time.
I believe you were. A liquid.
Grenadine.
A punishment.
Timeout.
Adjective ending in er.
Shinier.
Verb ending in ing.
Punting.
Something you shout in traffic.
Arfignugan.
Let's see. A noun.
Plate.
Oh God, yeah. A verb ending in ing again.
Sweeping.
Plural noun.
Knives.
A number.
13.
Excellent. An adjective.
Bubbly.
Plural noun.
Cats.
Yes. Thank God. A response.
Absolutely.
We have a story. We have a fantastic story.
I don't know what the hell this is going to be.
Whew.
What
Yours
the
is an emotional roller coaster. That was
I
so
bet
much
it
fun.
is.
I really enjoy watching your mind work. Because of your love of golf, it's called You're Putting Me On. Have you been watching the swarmiest new golf show on the internet? It's called Putting for Ping Pong.
Hey.
When I watch it, I can't stop strutting. It's hosted by two of my favorite stars, Jeff Goldblum and America's favorite TV golf caddy, Michael Bublé.
Oh, the two right away. It's a straight man and a silly man. Holy shit.
You're gonna be great together. It's got great reviews. Good Housekeeping said putting for ping pong is 18 holes of pure despair. You'll be hooked from the first time a contestant swings their club and says, "Egad." I'm always so nervous for contestants as they putt their way through an obstacle course suspended over a lake of grenadine. One wrong move and they will be put in timeout. As you could say, the stakes could not be shinier.
True. It is true.
It is true. Contestants are penalized for missing putts, errors, and for punting. Hard to find the balls after that. My favorite hole on the show is called the Farfignugan hole. At this hole, their club is replaced with a plate, and they have to putt while sweeping.
Yes.
This is the hole that separates the men from the knives. If a contestant survives all 13 bubbly holes, they win the grand prize, 10,000 cats.
Yes. Yes.
This show just got good.
Yes. Violent shove into good.
Putting for ping pongs will make the whole family say, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well
Hi, everybody.
done, my friend.
Yes, Jeff Goldblum here. And, putting for ping pong. It's a great one. Will it go past the hole? Will it go in it? Will it make that little sound? Yes. We're playing for 10,000 kittens. It's a feline of fury is what it is.
Tell everybody where they can find you, what you have coming up.
Oh, online, all of the sites are the Rupple, TheRupple, the Rupple. So it's Instagram, lots on TikTok, on the Facebook, not so much on the Twitter because I'm bad at spelling.
I don't do Twitter either. Guys, follow, friend, find Justin, the Rupple, everything.
The Rupple.
I love everything you do. I think it's so fun.
I love everything you do.
Oh, I love everything you do. Shut up. We got to wake up early and do something together. Someday.
Yes, whatever you want, golfing with a bat. Just our wives drop us off like little kids in the morning, just unless you come pick us up when they're awake.
Run around till you wear out and then come home.
They come back with coffees. You bitches done? Like, yeah. We've got ideas.
We talked about donuts, and then we talked about our dreams, and we talked about comedy.
Kristin, I thank you so much for having me. This is my favorite part of my week.
Interview complete. Saying goodbye to Justin by deep frying, glazing, and serving him with coffee.
No, computer lady, we do not turn our guest into donuts. Although Justin would be delicious. Justin, thank you for coming on. My friend, always a pleasure to talk to you. And guys, thank you for watching or listening or whatever. Please follow Justin Rupple. He's tons of fun. That's a terrible nickname to give him. Anyway, he's 1,000 voices worth of fun. Follow me. He's got incredible impressions. So become his friend and watch what he can do. Find me online, KristinKey.com. There's a Facebook fan page. Got a Patreon. Got Cameo. I'm on the TikTok, the Instagram, all of it. So find me, follow me online. Next time, I'll be bringing you another hilarious comedian. We'll chit-chat, we'll play 5 quick questions, we'll do a Radlib, and then we'll all go home better people. Until next time. Bye.
We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna talk to some people, gonna learn a lot of stuff. 'Cause Kristin